You're wondering how you can wind up getting involved in any of these events. Remember, a lot of these guys came from qualifying online, playing through the pop-ups, making some noise in these online qualifiers. It is insane. One of the players right now in the top 10, one of the biggest names out there for Fortnite, it is Tfue on the floor.
Hey guys, yes, I am here with the one, the only Tfue. Welcome. Congratulations, you're doing very, very well. You haven't won yet, but you are definitely within range, 7th placement. So we did see you pull up today in a rather nice vehicle. It was beautiful. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, I mean, people are saying that I pulled up in a Lambo, but really I pulled up on a bird. You know, I just scooped one off the sidewalk and skirted over to the event. And, you know, I'm doing all right. I got 2nd place last game, so it wasn't too bad. I got 5 kills. Hopefully I get, you know, a couple more points, you know, climb up the ranking a little bit, but I'm not doing too bad, you know.
So what has been your strategy in these past few games to be so consistent? We're constantly seeing you in those last zones, and then last game, Bizzle taking away that victory royale, but excellent performance. What's your strategy?
My strategy, stay out of planes. Every single time I've been in a plane, I just get lasered, either from somebody on the ground or like somebody in another plane. So I'm just staying out of planes completely. And then I'm shooting every plane, so I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah, we saw your teammate Cloaksy get, I think, 2 or 3 snipes out of planes that game too. So planes are definitely the focus today. A lot of people wanting to land on them, but now being punished for it. So moving into this next game, last game, are you going to be aggressive, go for those eliminations, or hope to get them in the end zone?
I'm just going to play end zone, hopefully get the safe zone. If I don't have movement, yeah, I'll probably just rushing people.
Okay, that sounds great. Well, thank you so much for talking to me today, Turner. I really appreciate it. And back to you guys at the desk.
Tfue, he's learned so much from watching me play on my stream. Great to see him excelling here today.
I think everybody has, Jack, as far as eating burritos goes. But today we're here talking about competitive Fortnite. We want to make sure that we have a focus on exactly what's going down here. We have a ton of prize money in the line. We have 1 game remaining, and the roster of players here today is absolute. It's insanity.
Yep. Right there. And then Clarity had opted to disengage. Saf heard that, and then you see recycled utility. When people use a Rift to go, or they use a launch pad late game, everyone hears that audio cue, and then they run for it. They're like, I get free utility, I can go get that real quick. And then Saf, now, safe zone, middle next circle, got the elim, and he's going to heal up to 125 effective HP, even 100 if he wants to use the campfire. So you are watching incredibly calculated young legend who dominated duos yesterday, trying to desperately repeat that clutch performance and put himself back in 1st place.
Even broke. Oh my gosh.
So
do you want to break that down?
No, you got it, dude. That's all you. Go ahead.
Listen, Sav is being calculated with every single decision. He is losing. The reason he break the campfire, it gives off a smoke signal. It gives off a cue to the area. Every piece of information matters in the highest competitive levels of Fortnite. There's 100 different ways we could break down off a campfire play here.
Yep, and now Naga Ops jumping over on 4 elims. Our current elim leader who is left in the match. 1 more will give him an additional point. 2 points will put him in the money, in that top 20 situation. That's what the players are fighting for. And now look at that, trying to find whatever shots he can with that legendary suppressed AR, catching people who are rotating. He has to leave pretty early on. He's at the backside of the circle, but he's looking like he's going to try and find people rotating, and there's a lot nearby.
And this big elimination right here, because this is worth a point in this game format here. This next elimination will be his 5th, and then he will be so close to the big bonus. This is a big rotation here. He is looking for players. That's Whites. Makes the edit. The Storm unfortunately takes him out there, but it's a Rift to go. He catches it.
Yeah, and look at all the players in the sky. That's what we talk about, recycled utility. You see that Storm Surge warning go away. That means players are being eliminated. We're now down to 30 players left. And look at those poach. Bizzle, Schmecht, Persecute, Clarity, Naga. Some opting to drop down to try and get a piece of the action on the low ground. They want elim. They want points. Trying to fall down on ultimate high is Naga Ops. But you see all of the tarps being built, players covering themselves from above and below, trying to not get picked when they're rotating. Naga dropping down on that middle tarp, metal out, 57 structures left. Notice how quickly he burns through this in favor of safety.
He also chose to not use floorboards there because he knew a player was below him. Just those little opportunities to save up materials here. Naga's on the offense. That's a big hit right there. 66, there's another player below him. He's looking for blood here. Is he going to be able to find it? Here comes a low-level disengage now, and there's going to be a player right over to his right.
Will he be able to find the shop? Now being pressured from above. Look at these diagonal tarps, making sure you're building out next to you, then covering your sides, editing forward. This is Bowman now on the low ground, sitting on 6 elims, picks up Armand. Will he be able to get the 7th score point and then activate big bonus, trying to drop down the play on the loop? 100 shot, does not pick it up, gets eliminated by Tfue. Going in, 10 players left. Everyone just got a placement point. Mateos drops down, Saf knocking its builds out from underneath him. This is Chaos. Tfue now 4 elims. 8 players left, looking to find one more, getting those 2 points to catapult himself further into that top 20 after the last game. He's almost there, now out of builds, reliant on finding elims and cleaning up other resources. Kuros on that low ground. Blue team trying to pick up the elim from the siphon. Bizzle ends up living in the storm. Tfue on the low ground with Kuros. Kuros ends up going down to the storm. Bizzle, ultimate high.
This is a 1v1. Bizzle versus Tfue here. Tifu's just looking for the peak. He has no materials. Didn't even go for
ultimate
the
high.
farm there.
Bizzle is now getting dropped on. They cue the trap. Not going to be able to find it yet. Still 3 players remaining. Tfue
For a second there, I thought it was only 1 player, but it's not.
No, he was sitting all the way up. He had popped the rip, and he was just hanging out above. Tfue trying to knock down the structures. Builds are beginning to fall. Will he catch it? Tfue goes down to Bizzle. Bizzle cleans it up with the pump into the SMG, and that is it. 3 elims into the victory royale. Incredible performance coming out from him. He has to be happy. That's going to catapult him right into the conversation for the last game. The late game has to be happy with that, but now let's get back to the chaos.
Brilliant Sundown. One of my favorite additions of the Secret Skirmish has been the mid-game updates to catch on some of those moments we may have missed. That's the last one for this weekend. Props to all of our great analysts. It's been an honor working with you guys on those segments, but now back in the game. 43 players remaining. One of these half-in, half-out zones where it gets real hectic. Lupo has kicked in, and you can hear the riffs going off in the background.
Everybody's got to move to the southeast side of the map. 30 seconds until this finishes closing. We have 42 players remaining. Fulmer sitting on 4 eliminations. A 5th would mean another point for him. Trying to push as close as he can to that top 10, trying to earn points there as well. Takes a little bit of damage. Rowe also at 4 elims. Cease and Deuce is both sitting on 3, so there's a collection of points going out for our players right now. But Fulmer just above an opponent underneath. Meanwhile, Rowe, mentioned moments ago, the only other player at 4 elims, looking down from above, seeing if he has any third-party opportunities, catch anybody rotating. But he only has 41 rounds left, Jack. If he sees a chance to take a shot, it is not going to be one that is a toss-up. He's not going for anything lucky, my friend. He's going for a guarantee.
Yep.
Now, on top of that, he doesn't really have to worry about an up-close push. His swap weapon, that green suppress SMG, he has plenty of ammunition there. He's done 300-plus rounds. That's not a big concern. It's the long-range game that's going to be a problem for him at this point. It looks like he's just going to bide his time. He's got that edit open on the pyramid, and he pushes out during this rotation. The Storm starting to apply pressure. We'll see if Cloak, up to his top left, takes a shot. He doesn't, but that rotation's going to have to happen there. And Rowe actually might be waiting to bait Cloak out, catch him on the rotation himself.
He's saving a ton of materials right now. Gets in another fight. This could be for another point right now for Rowe. Gets the high ground for the moment. Drops on down, whiffs the shot, whiffs again. Oh, these edits, no! That is heartbreak. That is heartbreak, and you see the reaction. That's one where I think we just saw a little bit of the nerves of the main stage kick in, Lupo.
A couple missed edits and a whiffed shotgun shot cost him the game. Deuce is here, 3 eliminations. Fulmer now creeping up to 5 of his own. That's a 2nd point. Trying to make his way to the top of the leaderboard that you see in your bottom right there. Fulmer, your current elim leader for this final game, but he's out of builds. 90 HP, 17 shield, and he's getting lasered from his front left up above 41. He's going to have to knock the wall out. He might not be fast enough to get past the Storm. He is 11 HP. The jump shot, 104. The opponent's still alive inside the box, and they edit down, and he gets him. Fulmer goes down to Germ.
Tough moment there. 12 players left, 11 players left. You see just how weak Lenane is on the left side. Germ turns and burns onto him. Top 10 now, top 8, as players are dropping like flies. You see the zone continuing to shift. Now over to Germ, just barely misses that heavy sniper shot. These are the final moments of the Secret Skirmish as Daxor takes down Germ. No surprise here, Bizzle in a wonderful position to potentially take this game. Not many materials left. 3 of them so far. A quick little tag on the player above. No materials. He's got to drop on down. He's looking for the way to take as little fall damage as possible. He's made it to the low ground. He's skating around. Shot comes in. A limb for Bizzle. Turns on the player above. That's it! He deagled the floor! He hand cannoned the floor!
Are you
and the
kidding
player
me?
drops! Bizzle with the victory! I think he's saying 2 victories today. Oh my goodness. Wait, that was 2 in a row. Bizzle won the last game too.
Back-to-back
That's why
victory.